Hello, Math Wizards. We are off to learn something new and exciting this week, fractions. So what you need today is your math book, and you also need your math notebook, okay? We've taken notes in here before. If you don't have it, run, go get it, pause me, and we'll take a few notes before we get started. And fractions are exciting. So let me share it up. Here we go. Okay, so I've got my math notebook. And remember, when we take vocabulary words, we divide our paper into 3 columns. And do you remember how we did that? We use our finger spacers, right? We space them out, okay? These columns aren't the same. Those aren't the same. 1, 2, 3. These are about the same. So I space them out. Okay. And let's see. And I slowly draw my lines down, because remember, if you draw them too fast, they might get all like wavy at the bottom. Okay. Word, meaning, example. Number 1. Okay, so get that written in. And we are going to talk about what that's a P, sorry. What a fraction is. A fraction has to have equal parts, okay? So it has to have equal sections. So an example would be like if I drew a square, those boxes are all equal. But if I drew this square, are those boxes equal? No. So this is correct. That's a non-example. Okay? So that's the most important thing you need to remember about fractions. Equal parts. Same. I draw my line. So I keep each word and meaning together. Equal parts, I should have added, of a whole. So each of these little squares is equal parts of the big square, of the big whole. All right, our next word is called unit fraction. We're only going to take 2 words today and then 2 words tomorrow. A unit fraction. A unit fraction represents just one piece of the whole. So when I give you the example, it'll be a little clearer for you. Represents one of the equal parts. Okay. So if I use my square up here, the unit fraction represents 1. So I would have colored in 1 piece. And that would be, we're going to go over it, 1 piece is colored in and 4 pieces all together. This is the unit fraction 1/4. Unit fraction means 1. UNI, that prefix means 1, like United States. We're coming together as one country. Unit fraction means 1. Okay? And this is represented 1 piece colored in, 4 pieces all together. Okay? Those are our 2 vocabulary words for today. To start our lesson, we're going to do our visual learning, and we'll be talking about these together. Excuse me, so I'm going to go ahead and separate. Remember, when we separate it, we go to the column that is the longest, and we draw the line under that one. Not so it's, we want to keep all of our information together. Okay, you can put that away and turn to page 438 in your math book to follow along with our visual learning. And then we will continue on with our lesson. Here we go.
How can you name the equal parts of a whole? You can divide a whole into equal parts. What fraction can you write to represent one of these equal parts? A fraction is an equal part of a whole.
We just learned that.
Each green whole is divided into 4 equal parts. This whole does not have 4 equal parts. Each part is not 1/4 of the whole. In the green holes, all parts have an equal area. Each part is 1/4 of the area of the whole.
Which is called the
1/4 can be written
unit
as a
fraction.
fraction. 1/4 is a unit fraction. A unit fraction represents one of the equal parts.
See, we just learned that.
Each green hole is divided into 6 equal parts. This hole does not have 6 equal parts. Each part is not 1/6 of the whole. In the green holes, all parts have an equal area. Each part is how much of the area of the whole? Select your answer.
Okay, so each one is how much of the whole? Just like what we just took in our notes. There is 1 unit fraction, right, on each one, and each one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Each one has 6 equal pieces. So that unit fraction right there, that one piece would be 1/6.
One-sixth can be written as a fraction.
Okay, that was quick. So we are going to hit our math book now again on page 139. And we're going to do this page together, and then you're going to do the back on your own. There we go. Okay. So we're going to do this together. Let's look. Sorry, my computer's in the way. Let's look at number 1. In the examples in box A on the previous page, that was the page we just looked at, explain how you know the 4 parts are equal. Well, how do we know the 4 parts are equal? They're all the same size, right? We just talked about that. And then we know that this was a non-example, not equal. Okay, so they are the same size, period. Just because we're in math doesn't mean we forget about capitals and ending marks. Okay. Let's look at 2 and 3. In 2 and 3, tell if each shape shows equal or unequal parts. If the parts are equal, label one of the parts using a unit fraction. Remember, unit fraction means 1 part. You just have to remember that. Are these equal? Yeah. They are equal. And it says if they are equal, label one of the parts using a unit fraction. So one of the parts would be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1/6. So that unit fraction is 1/6. Okay. What about number 3? Nope, unequal. We have all different size boxes here. Unequal. And all those words should be spelled correctly because they are in your face. Okay, let's look at number 8. Draw lines to divide the shape into 8 equal parts. Then write the fraction that represents 1 part. So that we have to divide it into 8 equal parts, and then they want us to write the unit fraction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So if I divide it that way, and there's 4 columns, or 4 rows rather, 1, 2, 3, 4. So do I have 8 equal pieces? I sure do. And it says, then write the fraction that represents 1 part. There's 1 part and 8 pieces all together. So my unit fraction is 1/8. The bottom number is the altogether pieces. All right, 5, 6, and 7. Tell if each shape shows equal or unequal parts. If the parts are equal, label one of the parts using the unit fraction, just like what we did up here. This is pretty easy, I think. Equal or unequal? Unequal. 2 of them are the same, but 2 are different. What about this one? Equal. And then we're going to write the unit fraction. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 total boxes. 1 colored in. And 4 is my total number. So that unit fraction for this shape is 1/4. What about number 7? Equal. See if you can do the unit fraction. 1 and 3 all together. My unit fraction is 1/3. Hopefully you got that. All right, 8, 9, and 10. Draw lines to divide the shape into the given number of equal parts. Then write the fraction that represents the 1 part. So we're going to divide the fraction, and then we're going to write the unit fraction. So it says 6 equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the area is 6 across times 6. So the area is 36. This is a little extra piece, okay? And if we're dividing it into 6 equal parts, I know if I do my fact family, 36 divided by 6 is 6. So each part is going to have 6 squares in it. So there's a couple ways you could do it. I could do it this way, because I already counted there's 6 across and 6 down. And those are 6 equal parts. And my unit fraction would be 1/6, 1/6, because they are 6 equal parts. All right. 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4, because 4 times 3 is 12. So I know that my 3 equal parts are going to have 4 cubes in each one. That's 4, that's 4, and that's 4. So just because it's not lined up as a perfect square doesn't mean it's not divided into fractions. It just has to be equal, and each rectangle has 4 in each one. So they are equal, even though it's not a nice perfect square. So my unit fraction would be 1 piece, 3 equal parts. My unit fraction would be 1/3. This is another goofy shape, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we want 4 equal parts, and we should be able to easily figure that out from our fact family from the previous problem. Each one's going to have 3 pieces. That's kind of different. All right, so there's 3 there. Here's 3. 1, 2, 3. There's 3, and there's 3. Again, they don't look the same, but they have the same area. Each shape has 3 cubes. So that's why it is divided into equal parts. Okay. 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. So my unit fraction is 1/4. Okay. Remember, unit means 1, and then my bottom number, it's called a denominator. We're going to take that in our notes tomorrow, is how many pieces all together. Okay. So your job today independently is you are going to complete the back. 11, 12, 13, 14. You are using this table. Yes, 15 and 16 and 17. No discussion post today because I just want you to practice with your fractions. Remember, unit fraction means 1, and the bottom number is how many all together. Okay? Make sure you get it checked. And if you want extra practice, just because fractions are fun, and you have some time today, you can go in your additional practice workbook. That's like your homework book that we use sometimes, and do the workbook page in there. It's on the directions page, what page it belongs to. Let me look. It would be page 139 if you want some extra math practice. We'll see you tomorrow for some more fractions. We're going to take some notes. So make sure you have your math journal again. We're going to take 2 more vocabulary words, and then we'll work in our book. See you later.